Welcome to my channel. This your boy JB, checking in with the update on the current state of the Atlanta Falcons. The draft class and draft closing last week. We're going to get into a couple of conversations regarding the draft and who the Falcons picked, who I thought was some of the winners out there as far as in teams on the NFL draft. First off, Falcons stayed at 16. They didn't move up. They ended up selecting A.J. Terrell, cornerback, one of the third best cornerbacks out of the draft. My take on that is I thought the Falcons were going to move up, but I realized the risk the Falcons would have took to move up to get a guy like I was campaigning for, Derrick Brown. He actually went to the rival Carolina Panthers. But they stayed at 16. They went with the hometown kid out of Atlanta. He went to Westlake High School, played great there. I don't think they won a championship when he played there, but he went to Clemson and had a great college career at Clemson. I got one knock on him, is that sometimes he can play, he can get beat on the press coverage. Like he got beat in the national championship game against my LSU Tigers. There was one game that I seen he got exposed on. I didn't see too many games that he got exposed on, so I'm not mad at the pick. It's a position of need. Because Falcons have they let go of Desmond Trufant, so it was a position of need. If they were set on that pick, they really didn't need to move up. I just wanted them to get more pressure in the on the defensive front. And the second round pick, they went with Marlon Davidson out of Auburn, Derrick Brown's counter partner. Which was a great pick. I was surprised he lasted to 47. I think Falcons picked 47 in the second round. Surprised he lasted there, but it was a good pick. Only knock I got on him is controlling his weight. He fluctuates in weight. I think he's 303 now, and he was a defensive end in Auburn. But the way the Falcons are looking at it, I think they're gonna try to move him to a defensive tackle. He has a lot of power, very explosive. He's a 4-year senior coming out of Auburn. I think he had 7.5 sacks. He played good. He just need to work on his a little bit of his his weight, just staying consistently strong at the point of attack. Can develop some more pass rush moves. I like his power. I like his hips. His hips does open up, and he can turn that corner. So I'm not mad at that pick. Third round pick, we went with Matt Hennessy. He's a center out of Temple. He played fairly well at Temple. He's a little undersized to be a left guard, so I hope Falcons will try to transition him to be a left guard because he doesn't have the frame, the size to hold that position. The coach that coached him also coached Alex Mack. And you can see what Alex Mack is doing in the league, so that's a plus that he coached. Alex Mack coached Matt Hennessy as well, so that's a plus. We'll see what he brings to the NFL. NFL is a different beast. Playing at small stature, I think he'll lose a lot of bull rushes when it comes down to the interior nose guard. But we'll see. I think he needs to bulk up a little bit more, though. I think he's at 295. He needs to bulk up a little bit more to take on, to anchor down his body, to take on those hits in the middle, because a lot of blitz happens in the middle, and they're gonna penetrate his side because he's got that small stature. But I like him because he got good feet work. He moves. He can get to the second level very easily. I like his hands. So it's a good pick. I was hoping that they would go with something else. Outside linebacker Malik Harrison, who actually fell to the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens got a great pick in him. He was on my draft board. But Falcons went for a position of need again. They went for, because Alex Mack is season, I think this is his last season in the NFL. So they got a position of need, and they went with Matt Hennessy. So it was a good pick. He did pretty good in the Senior Bowl as well. 4th round pick, Falcons went with Mykal Walker out of Fresno State. He's prototypical linebacker, outside linebacker. He had ran a 4.65 in the combine. He's one of those guys who's kind of a thumper. He has a frame to be a defensive end because he got such long arms. I think his arms measured out. His wingspan was like 80, 81, 82 wingspan. Being 6'3", that's a long body. That's long arms, and they'll help him in the NFL if he develop right. Aubrey get him, and the linebacker coach get him and show him some moves that he can learn. It was a pretty good pick. Once again, I would have went with a different route, but Falcons, like, they already had their mind made up who they wanted to draft this draft. I would have went with Breida from Utah, defensive end. He was still on the board, and then I think the Cowboys selected him, if I'm not mistaken. And just look out for him. He's gonna be a good player in the NFL. And then later on in the draft, Falcons selected a punter. But overall, I give the Falcons a C. Because AJ Terrell is pretty good cover corner. But I don't think the Falcons, with these picks they made, will propel them to go to the playoffs with these picks. Not saying the ones, well, I'm saying the ones that I selected, that y'all seen from me. I think it was Derrick Brown, the addition of Derrick Brown and a couple other key players would have propelled them to at least get in the playoffs. But this pick right here is more of a future pick to me. This is not nothing that's going to happen this year as far as in the 10-win season, because Falcons always have a tough season. And you got Tom Brady, who's supposed to take over the NFC South, which I don't think so, but they got all this hype around Tampa Bay right now. But Falcons did okay in the draft. I give them a C. And I think the big winner in the draft this year was the Dallas Cowboys. They hit on a lot of great picks. I'm going to scroll over to look at all the picks that they made. I'm not going to run down player for player, but they made a lot of great picks. They got wide receiver. Defense. You name it, they got it all. So I like the way they picked. They was very strategic on their picks, on their selections. And Falcons will be okay. They just need a little bit more. I'm still weary about that left guard position that they didn't address in the draft. I guess they have a plan for that left guard position, but I'm going to talk about getting more in depth with these picks on my board and later on this week. So stay tuned to the Couch's Perspective. This is your host, JB. Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell to get more videos just like this right here as I talk about the NFL, boxing, basketball, and other topics that I bring forth. So this is the Couch's Perspective. I'm out.